Namaste. I am Dr. Anand Mehra, now 77 years old. For more than 5 decades, I have had the privilege of walking alongside over 10,000 senior citizens from the banks of the Sangha in Varanasi to the bustling streets of Delhi, from the quiet lanes of Lucknow to the temples of Chennai. And today I want to share something with you, something that perhaps no one has ever had the courage to say out loud. Have you ever boarded a bus in the morning only to notice that the seat beside you stays empty? Maybe your grandson no longer wants to sit in your lap like he used to. Or perhaps your daughter-in-law opens the window always saying, just to let some fresh air in. But deep inside, haven't you quietly wondered, could it be the way I smell now? Let me speak the truth gently but honestly. In over 99% of people after age 60, the body begins to develop a particular odor very natural with age. Yet most elders don't realize it. But those around us, they sense it clearly. And because they care, they stay silent. That silence is what leaves us feeling avoided, distanced, without knowing the reason why. If you're still watching this, I truly believe you deserve to live each day feeling fresh, confident, and close to your loved ones again. If this message touched something in you, please like this video, share it with friends your age, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, so you never miss the simple, precious wisdom that can help make your golden years more healthy, more peaceful. Let me tell you a story, sad, yet very real. It's about Ramesh Ji, a 72-year-old man living in Pune. Ramesh Ji was always neat and disciplined. Every morning he would bathe with warm water infused with neem leaves, sweep the courtyard, and light a small diya before the family temple. No one could ever call him careless or untidy. But one afternoon, his son brought some friends home for tea. While Ramesh Ji was preparing masala milk in the kitchen, he overheard a whisper coming from the living room. "Oh dear. This old man has a strange smell." He froze. The spoon was still in his hand. That sentence sliced through his self-respect, something he had guarded with pride his entire life. From that day on, whenever his grandson visited, Ramesh Ji no longer sat with him to share samosas or talk. Instead, he stayed quietly in his room, pretending to be busy listening to the children's laughter outside, while his heart quietly shrank. If you are watching this video, maybe you too have wondered at times, could this be happening to me as well? And if you have, let me gently say that feeling might not be wrong. But it is not your fault. I am Dr. Anand Mehra, and over the last 50 years, I have treated thousands of elderly patients from Gujarat to Tamil Nadu. And I want to share a truth that most doctors don't talk about. Yes, the smell of aging is real, but it doesn't come from poor hygiene. After the age of 60, our body starts producing a unique fatty compound called nonenal. You may not smell it yourself, but those around you can sense it, and sometimes they pull away without even knowing why. I remember Sunita Ji from Ahmedabad, who told me with tears in her eyes, "Doctor, my grandchild won't sit in my lap anymore." It breaks my heart. I gave her a very simple solution. Just washing 2 specific areas of the body properly every day, just 3 minutes, can reduce the smell by up to 90%. Over 1,000 of my patients have followed this advice, and within weeks, the warmth returned to their families, the hugs, the smiles, the togetherness. Last week, I met Farooq Bhai, 88 years old, who used expensive Atta perfumes every day. But his son still opened the window whenever he entered the room. I had to tell him honestly, "Farooq Bhai, it's not the perfume. You cannot cover the base odor with fragrance, it only makes things worse. So please, my dear elder, do not mask it anymore. Clean it from the root. And in this video, I will show you exactly how. If you found this useful, please like this video, leave a comment to let me know you're listening, and subscribe to the channel. Each week, I will bring you simple, heartfelt ways to stay healthy, joyful, and deeply connected with your family. Thank you. Before you rush to find ways to fix the smell of aging, allow me, Dr. Anand Mehra, to tell you something from the heart. That smell is not a sign of poor hygiene. It is a natural outcome of 3 silent changes that happen in the body after the age of 60. First, the body begins to sweat less. That might sound like a good thing after all. Who wants to feel sweaty? But in reality, sweating is the body's natural way to release toxins. When you don't sweat enough, those waste materials stay trapped under the skin, quietly creating an odor. I remember Savita ji from Varanasi once asked me, "Doctor, I don't sweat at all, but my grandson still says, I smell." I gently told her, because when your body stops sweating, those toxins remain inside you. Second, your skin starts producing a new compound called nonenal and oxidized fatty acid. It doesn't exist in younger people, but after 60, it increases significantly. And that's the main cause behind what many call the old people smell. No matter how fragrant your soap or how expensive your attire, it won't remove nonenal. Because nonenal lies deep within the skin's oil glands, not just on the surface. Third, the mouth becomes drier as the salivary glands weaken. Saliva is your invisible gatekeeper. It helps keep the mouth clean and breath fresh. When your mouth stays dry, odor-causing bacteria multiply quickly. That's when you begin to feel hesitant about talking closely to your children or grandchildren. I remember Leela ji from Surat telling me with quiet shame, "Doctor, sometimes even I can smell my own breath when I speak. It makes me feel embarrassed." I nodded, because I know this is a deeply real experience, and many elderly people go through the same. These 3 small changes may seem minor, but they are powerful enough to make a once confident person feel distant and self-conscious. But here's the good news. This is completely manageable. Just by understanding the real causes, making a few small daily changes, and most importantly, learning to clean 3 specific areas of the body properly, which I will explain shortly in this video, you can bring back comfort and closeness. If anything I shared here felt true to you, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. That's how I'll know you're still here, still choosing to live well, live joyfully, and not let body odor keep you from hugging the grandchild you love so dearly. You know, most elders like us are very careful about our daily bath. Early in the morning, we heat some water, mix in a few tulsi leaves, maybe use a bit of uptan or a mild soap, and we feel that's enough. But there's one thing many of us don't realize. We often wash the surface, but we miss the places where body odor actually hides. I call them the 3 hidden zones, parts of our body that cause almost 90% of age-related smell, yet are often washed too quickly or skipped altogether. The first zone is the skin folds behind the neck, underarms, under the breasts, around the navel groin area, elbows, and behind the knees. These areas tend to stay warm and damp, creating the perfect place for bacteria to grow and cause odor. Many seniors think a warm water bath is enough. But without gently scrubbing these folds every day, the smell quietly returns. I remember Meena ji, 66, from Hyderabad. She told me, Dr. Sahib, all my life I never cleaned my underarms or under breast area properly. But after just 1 week of doing what you said, my grandson hugged me again. I felt so emotional. The second zone is wherever we have hair, underarms, chest, belly, and especially the scalp. Hair traps sweat and oil. And if we don't massage and clean properly, the smell seeps into pillows, towels, and clothes without us realizing. Raju Bai from Bhopal once said, "Just massaging my scalp and washing my hair, as you told me, the smell went away. Now my granddaughter even plays with my hair again." The third zone is the feet. We wear shoes all day, especially in hot cities like Delhi or Mumbai, and sweat gets trapped between the toes and socks, causing strong odor. Suresh G, 68, told me, "I now wash my feet properly, dry them well, and wear clean cotton socks. My daughter-in-law doesn't wrinkle her nose when entering my room anymore." And there's one more place many people forget: the middle of the back. It's hard to reach, but our shirts absorb sweat there daily. Use a long-handled brush or twist a towel behind your shoulders to clean this area gently. One small tip: use warm water around 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, not too hot. And always use a gentle soap. After bathing, apply a little coconut oil or moisturizer so the skin stays soft and doesn't crack, because dry skin can also develop odor. Just spend a few extra minutes each day caring for these 3 hidden zones, and you'll feel fresher, more confident, and closer to your family again, like in the old days. If this message touched your heart, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to press like and subscribe so we can meet again in the next gentle conversation on staying healthy and happy in this beautiful age. There's something that very few people say directly to us elders. If we only clean the outside of our body, but toxins inside remain, that familiar body odor will quietly return no matter how much soap we use. That's why to truly feel fresh and pleasant, we need to clean from within. And the good news is the method is beautifully simple. Just like the daily habits found in homes from Kerala to Lucknow, the first step is drinking warm water the right way. As we age, our bodies quietly become dehydrated without us even noticing. Our skin becomes drier, urine turns darker, and silently waste substances begin collecting under the skin, leading to unpleasant odor. I once asked Indira G, 72, from Madurai, how much water she drank daily. She shook her head and replied, "I often forget, doctor. But ever since I followed your advice, I drink a glass of warm water every morning before reading my slokas. Now my skin feels soft, and my granddaughter says I smell like lemongrass." Just 5 to 6 glasses of warm water a day, spread gently from morning to evening, is enough to softly purify the body from inside. Next, take a light walk under the soft Indian sunlight, either early morning or just before sunset. There's no need for difficult yoga or heavy exercise. A gentle 15 to 20-minute walk around your courtyard, near a lake, or on that familiar village path is enough to release light sweat and with it wash away the bacteria sitting on the skin. Suresh G from Jaipur once sighed, "I feel tired after just a few steps." I smiled and said, "Then walk just 5 minutes today. Tomorrow, make it 6. And a week later, he called me proudly, "Dr. Sahib. Now I walk for 20 minutes, I feel stronger, and even my body doesn't have that smell anymore." The third step: bathing correctly and soaking weekly. Too hot water or strongly perfumed soap can dry the skin and worsen odor. Use lukewarm water around 38 to 40 degrees Celsius and choose a mild, unscented soap. Once a week, try soaking your body for 15 to 20 minutes in warm water with a pinch of salt or a few drops of neem oil. It opens the pores and helps draw out waste settled deep inside the skin. Just these 3 gentle steps, drinking warm water, walking peacefully, and bathing properly, are enough to make your body feel clean from within, fresh from breath to skin. And then, dear elder, one day soon, you may find your little grandchild resting their head on your shoulder again, just like the old days, without the slightest hesitation. You know, dear elder, what we put into our body each day doesn't just affect our health. It quietly decides whether our body carries a soft, pleasant scent or an unwanted one. Many elders have told me, Dr. Sahib, I bathe twice a day, even spray a tar from Lucknow, and still my grandchildren avoid sitting close. And I gently ask in return, what do you eat every day? The truth is, the scent of aging doesn't live only on the skin. It resides in the gut, the bloodstream, and even in the breath. When we eat the right foods, the body begins to purify the scent from within. Over time, the breath becomes lighter and the skin carries a gentle, natural fragrance. It helps to include foods rich in antioxidants like ripe tomatoes, red apples, purple grapes, red cabbage buckwheat, or even a warm bowl of brown rice at lunchtime. These nutrients slow down aging, reduce body odor, and help the body feel as light and fresh as a Ganga morning breeze. Prakash Ji, 79, from Pune, once shared, "Doctor, you told me to eat 1 apple and 1 tomato every day. 2 months later, my granddaughter sat in my lap again, no more wrinkled nose." It felt like a small miracle. And garlic, though humble, is a powerful helper. If taken correctly, 1 or 2 raw cloves each morning with warm water, it helps reduce internal odor significantly. If you're not fond of raw fruits, you can always make a fresh smoothie in the morning with cucumber, tomato, and a few slices of pear. It's cooling, easy to digest, and helps the body smell clean and natural without needing any perfume at all. There are many elders who brush their teeth diligently morning and night without ever missing a day, and yet their breath still carries an unpleasant smell. The reason is surprisingly simple: they brush their teeth, but forget the tongue. I once asked Lakshmi Ji, 73, from Kolkata, "Auntie, have you ever scraped your tongue?" She laughed and replied, "I used to think it wasn't needed. But now I do it every day, and I've noticed clearly my mouth feels fresher and my grandchildren don't shy away anymore." You see, the tongue is where most bacteria accumulate, and an ordinary toothbrush cannot clean it properly. It's best to use a tongue scraper, very inexpensive and easily available at any pharmacy near your local market. At first, it might feel a bit uncomfortable, but after just a few days, you'll get used to it and eventually you won't want to skip it. In addition, after each meal, you may chew a small sugar-free lozenge with xylitol or even a few thin slices of fresh ginger. This helps activate saliva, keeps the mouth moist, and softens the breath naturally. Let me also gently remind you to reduce strong black tea, coffee, and alcohol. In many parts of North India, I've met elderly gentlemen who drink 2 to 3 cups a day and still complain, "I bathe regularly, yet my family says I smell odd." That's because coffee and alcohol dry the body, reduce saliva, and create deeper internal odor that no perfume can mask. And finally, don't forget the importance of fiber in your diet. Many older adults suffer from constipation. When constipation lasts too long, toxins start to reabsorb into the bloodstream and exit the body through the skin via sweat glands. I once advised Meera Ji, 77, to start her day with a bowl of soft-cooked brown rice porridge and some gently boiled vegetables. 2 weeks later, she called me back and said, Dr. G, my stomach feels light and my granddaughter told me I smell fresh now. All of this, from tongue scraping to gentle eating habits to cutting down on strong tea, is easy to do. No medicine, no extra cost. But it brings back the closeness, the confidence, and the warmth between you and your loved ones every single day. Once I visited Ramprasad Ji in Nagpur. His room was tidy and clean, but the moment I stepped inside, there was a lingering musty smell. Feeling embarrassed, he said, Dr. Sahib, I've grown old. Maybe my body just smells now. But in truth, it wasn't age. It was the little habits that had built up quietly over the years. For example, laundry. Many elders tend to wear the same clothes for 2 or 3 days, and bed sheets are washed only when visible stains appear. But sweat, dead skin cells, and natural oils slowly cling to fabrics. After a few days, the smell settles in so deeply that even the best atta from Kanauji cannot mask it. I advised Ramprasad Ji to change his undergarments daily and wear cotton clothes that absorb sweat, just like the airy cotton saris many women in Gujarat prefer. Sleepwear towels and bed sheets should be washed at least once a week. And if the sun is out, drying them outside is best. The sunlight in central India is a natural disinfectant that no detergent can match. Sunita Ji from Pune once told me I used to avoid washing bed sheets, weekly felt too tiring. But once I got into the habit, my little grandson began jumping on my bed again without turning up his nose like before. What about pillows and mattresses? Even if we wash the covers often, the stuffing inside gathers sweat and odor over time. If possible, replace your pillow every 2 years, your mattress every 3-5 years. Or at the very least, place them in the sun once a month. I also met Shankar Ji, 69, from Chennai, who wore the same pair of shoes all week. My feet smell a lot, especially in summer, he shared. I taught him to wash his socks daily, rotate between 2 pairs of shoes, and sprinkle baking soda inside them at night. 2 weeks later, he called with joy. My feet don't smell anymore, and even the carpet stays fresh. My family is so relieved. And one more thing, keep the room ventilated. Many elders tend to keep windows shut to avoid dust or cold wind. But stale air is the biggest reason for the old smell in a room. Just opening a window for 10 minutes in the early morning and evening, like how our grandmothers would open the balcony while boiling masala chai, can freshen up the entire house. So this old age smell you've come to accept as part of aging. It's actually the result of many things: dry mouth reduced, sweating certain foods, unwashed clothes, and closed rooms. The good news: it can all be changed. I once wrote a simple routine for my senior patients. Drink 6 cups of warm water daily, like ginger tea from the northern villages. Take a light 15-20 minute walk in the morning sun like Sharma Ji does in Jaipur, circling the temple. When bathing, focus on cleaning 3 key areas: neck, underarms, and groin. Eat fresh vegetables and juicy fruits like watermelon, tomatoes, or Himachali apples. Scrape your tongue every morning and chew a sugar-free mint or clove after meals. Limit strong coffee, alcohol, and overly brewed tea. Change clothes daily and wash bed sheets weekly. Wash socks each day, sun-dry shoes regularly. And keep your windows open twice a day to welcome the breeze. If you follow this simple practice consistently in just 1 month, you will notice something beautiful. Your grandchildren will sit close again, no longer pulling away. Your breath will be lighter, your skin naturally fragrant, and most importantly, you will feel loved, connected, and embraced, just like the old days. So today, you and I have walked together on a small journey, a gentle path to help the body feel lighter, the breath easier, and perhaps to bring our loved ones a little closer again, just like before. You see, Dadaji, the smell of old age is nothing to be ashamed of. It is simply a quiet reminder, like the soft morning bell from the village mandir, that our body is calling for care. Not with rush or noise, but with a kind of slow, loving attention. Sometimes just a warm glass of water after your morning puja, a thorough wash like elders once took in the Ganga, or simply opening a window to let the evening breeze in can bring such a change. Your body will feel refreshed, your mind more peaceful. And perhaps a grandchild might come close, wrap their arms around you and whisper gently, "Daddy, you smell lovely today." If any part of this has made you feel like making a small change, just one gentle habit, please share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you feel this video might help another friend your age, do help me spread the word. Click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. May you stay healthy, cherished, and surrounded by love each and every day.